Going down this weekend, UFC 187. It's Saturday, May 22nd, live from Las Vegas, only on pay-per-view. You can get the prelims on Fox Sports 1 and on Fight Pass as well. We got 2 titles on the line this weekend. You got Anthony Johnson versus Daniel Cormier, and you also have Chris Weidman versus Vitor Belfort in the middleweight strap. Now we have Donald Cerrone as well, taking on John Makdessi, who is a late replacement. And Donald's on the phone with us today. What is that horn in the background, man?
I don't hear nothing on this side. I think you guys, it's on your side. I'm sitting in my RV just hanging out, drinking coffee, so there's no horns going around here.
All right, well, it's our fault then, man. So John Makdessi is a late replacement, and you were going to be going up against Khabib Nurmagomedov. How do you feel about the replacement fight?
I'm great, man. It's good to see guys step up and, kind of take a little note out of my book and step up and take the fight. I mean, this is a huge win-win-win for Makdessi, you know what I'm saying? So, right on, brother. Step up. Let's go.
Now, do you feel like it's a step down for you?
Oh, no, man. The guy fights in the UFC. I don't look at it like that. There's no really step down, you know. Will I come out there and throw down? Absolutely.
Now, you got guys like Tyron Woodley, who was recently talking about him getting a replacement fight. He said, unlike you, he doesn't want to take a fight that pulls him out of a title shot. Obviously, that's never been the case with you. Then he also is kind of critical in saying that that's the reason why you don't have title shots recently. I mean, what do you have to say about something like that, like Tyron Woodley?
Man, I don't know. I don't really have any comment on any of those guys. I'm just going to go out there and keep fighting. If they give me a title shot, go ahead. If they don't, I'm just going to keep fighting, man. You know, Dana takes perfectly good care of me, and I'm just going to keep. When they call me, I'm gonna step in because I know they hook me up. So fight, get paid.
You know, you're one of our favorite fighters, Dodge and I both, and we talk about you on the podcast quite a bit because you always do come to bring it. You put on amazing shows. You fight all the time, and that's great that the UFC takes care of you. You recently said though that the Reebok deal is going to cut your fight money by about $60,000. How's that working out for you?
Yeah, well, it's not gonna work out for me. You know what I mean? Reebok didn't pick me as one of their sponsored athletes. You know, I guess they thought there was other people that they'd like to give their money to. So I openly tell everybody that I feel that they're costing me money. You know, I mean, I think they're great for the sport. I think they're great for the guys that are coming in there that don't have the sponsorship money and that are looking for. You know, it's awesome and great, but Unfortunately, I and my KHI management team, they do a great job of, I have Hunt Brothers Pizza, Easy Go, Monster, Fram, Budweiser, like Fortune 500 companies that pay big money. So for me, $60,000, they're easily tossing me that. Like,
wow.
I could, so that's not, absolutely.
Well, you're not the only one that's voiced concerns about losing sponsorship money. You have other guys that say they're going to be losing around 6 figures a fight. Do you see them trying to find a remedy for this for you guys anytime soon?
Man, I don't know what they're going to do, and right now we got to just. I mean, a lot of my sponsors are sticking by me. We're gonna figure something out outside of the octagon, but I have no idea, man. No clue.
So obviously, losing some of this money's got to take away from some of your extracurricular activities. Every time we see you on Unbedded, you're doing some of those things. You're going scuba diving. You're flying fighter jet pilots, planes and stuff like that. Do you get embedded now to pay for those? To be like, hey, we'll give you something good to watch.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. What do you mean? Of course. That's first thing I say, y'all better bring your damn credit card. That's exactly what I tell.
I think every time I watch one of those, I'm like, you're not training. It's like, what is Donald Cerrone going to do for the Embedded episode? What cool thing is he going to do?
Yeah, I mean, like this last one. I mean, yesterday I went deco diving, so we were 160 feet down, which is crazy deep, man. Recreation is 60 feet, so we were 100 feet below that, and it was awesome, man. Changing gases, and I mean, just talk about crazy. That was like one slip up that's your life, So
yeah,
yeah.
I'm actually scuba diver myself. The farthest I've gone is 130, so the 160 is still pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we were 160 for an hour, so I mean,
yeah,
what that is. We put you in the deco. Yeah, we switched to a 50% mix and then 100% at 20 feet. So we did 3 gas changes. It was crazy.
What do you see at 160 feet?
Oh, man, there's a couple. There's 5 giant wrecks down there, and then an airplane came out of McAllen and tried to do a touch and go on the Hoover Dam and landing gear was still down in wreck. So there's a big airplane down to the bottom. We were down there checking out. It was cool.
So do you dive quite often?
Lately, we have been, yeah. Actually, as soon as this fight's over, me and my girlfriend are taking off to Key West, and there's a bunch of wrecks down there we're going to go check out.
I was going to say, where's your favorite place to dive?
Man, I don't know yet. Probably, as of right now, Lake Mead, man, just because I can wakeboard and dive in the same rip.
I like the fact that you're doing this to see wrecks and like other things underwater besides the the underwater life is kind of interesting to me. Have you seen any like ruins or anything when you're down there?
Boring. My girlfriend loves going to see the reefs. That shit is so boring. I want to go in caves, and you know what I mean. I've seen one pufferfish and too many Nemos. You know, so I'm done with that. That's enough.
I put my money on Donald Cerrone to find the lost city of Atlantis then. Because he's looking for stuff other than fish, man. So let me ask you this. You made a statement recently, and this is an honest, legit question that we've been looking for the answer to. And maybe you can be the one to tell us this. You made a statement recently about drinking beer all the way up to a fight. And the question I have is if, with the Athletic Commission rules, if a fighter was to test positive after a fight with alcohol in their system, would they get fined?
I'd test positive every time then. So I literally, like, no bullshit. Like, people must think that I just drink beer and I'm just walking down the strip wasted drunk. Like, that's not the case. But do I have beer with dinner? Absolutely. And do I drink beer? I'll weigh in, I'll go eat our dinner, and I'll have a couple beers after weigh-ins, 100%. I'll fight and I'll have beers that night. So, I absolutely have alcohol in my system, and I've never been popped ever. Okay, well that sheds some light on a question that we actually had about the entire scenario. So appreciate that, man. We've talked to you quite a few times. We've asked you the questions about the bear and the pterodactyl. We've asked you about fighting horse-sized ducks and duck-sized horses. So we got a new one for you, man. Go ahead, Dutch.
All right, Donald. So out of anybody in history, fictional and non-fictional, who would you have backing you in a bar fight?
Thor.
Thor works. Have you seen the new Avengers movie?
Yeah, I have.
What'd you think of it?
Thor I thought it was good. That Black Widow girl is like my favorite. I wish they'd do a backstory on her. So.
I think they're planning on making actually a Black Widow Hawkeye movie.
She's right. I'm not a big Hawkeye fan, but Black Widow, man, she's just so sexy and like badass, for sure.
So now we know that Donald Cerrone has a crush on Scarlett Johansson. Now, is it Scarlett Johansson or the Black Widow character?
Yeah, I think she's the Black Widow character. Like in Lucy, she was okay. Was it Lucy or what was the name of that?
It was Lucy. Yeah, it was Lucy.
But like, don't get me wrong, Scarlett Johansson, she's a very beautiful lady, but just the Black Widow, her, that's if I could take a girl on a date, it'd be Black Widow.
So you want Thor back and you open a bar fight, and then you want to go on a date with Black Widow afterward.
That's it. So, and if Iron Man can hook up a ride, then we're good. We're in.
Hey, Donald, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man. Best of luck this weekend at UFC 187. Again, it's going down in Vegas, only on pay-per-view. We got 2 titles on the line. You got Daniel Cormier going up against Anthony Johnson. We got Chris Weidman going up against Vitor Belfort. And, of course, the one and only Donald Cerrone going up against John Makdessi. Thanks again for being on the show, man. Good luck.
You got it, guys. You got it.